You don't plead a serious case, whether it be a sex crime or a murder, to a judge, because you're always going to get whacked. That's just the way the system works. As long as you tell me you're innocent, I will believe you, and I will try your case, because my policy has always been from day one that if you tell me you're innocent, I will take your case to trial. Most attorneys will not do this. They presume that you're guilty if you're charged with a sex crime, especially when it involves children. And there's a lot of ways they can get out of a trial, and some attorneys can be very convincing. They'll get you to plead to a judge. They'll say, the judge, I know that judge real well, and he or she's pretty merciful, and this is a weak case, and I think you should let the judge decide. I see that every week that I'm down at the courthouse, and it's wrong to do that. This year alone, I've been in over 10 trials, and I've won most of them. Whether or not I beat the offer, I got a flat out not guilty. In the last 3 months, I've won 3 continuous sexual assaults, 2 indecency with a child cases. I've worked out plea bargains where a person is charged with continuous, or they're charged with indecency with a child by contact. Both of those require lifetime registration as a sex offender, and I've worked them out for, one not last week. I worked it out for 4 years, injury to a child. If he successfully terminates his deferred adjudication, which means the case will be dismissed, he'll never have to register as a sex offender to start with, but also we can get that off his record, which you can't do once you plead guilty to a sex crime. I have had this kind of success over the past 35 years. A defendant of mine, I saw the prosecutors and his own court-appointed defense attorney screaming at him to take a plea bargain for 25 years for burglary. He was a habitual criminal, but he kept on saying he was innocent. And when I was in the jail in the holdover, that's where they keep the prisoners while they're in court, he looked at me and he asked me to take his case. And I was so disgusted by the treatment of Mr. Morey that I took the case. And I'll be damned if we didn't go to trial, and it turned out that the investigating police officer had took 3 witness statements that he never even talked to the witnesses about. But that jury was out less than 10 minutes, and they came back with a not guilty. And that just affirmed my personal belief that if someone tells you they're innocent, the defense lawyer isn't there to play God and say, no, I don't believe you, you should go ahead and take a plea. And I see this time and time again with people, mostly men, charged with sex crimes, most of my cases involving children, pointing the finger, automatically being charged with a crime without any investigation whatsoever. Do you want to spend the rest of your life in prison knowing that you're innocent and you did nothing wrong?
This is how legends are made.